What's going on, man? It's your big brother Trent. You tuned into the right video at the right time. And if you know, like I know, don't nothing happen by mistake. Everything happens for a reason. So it's a reason you watching this video right now. I'm pretty sure you've been feeling the same thing that I've been feeling in my spirit lately. Sometimes it's just hard to differentiate from what it is, you know? And so the rapture is coming very soon, y'all. The rapture. All right, this is what's happening. And I'm also going to explain to you Project Bluebeam. For those of you who don't know what Project Bluebeam is, I'm going to give you a little bit of details and information on what Project Bluebeam is and what they are doing using Project Bluebeam to influence us about the rapture. Okay, so stay tuned to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Most of all, don't forget to leave this video without leaving your voice below. Leave a comment, all right? And let's talk about this topic, man. The rapture's coming very soon, y'all. Safe to say, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feels this way, but we are living in some really mysterious times right now. Really crazy things are happening in our society that has never, ever happened before. Okay, it's so much things that I can start naming off the list that are happening right now that are not supposed to be happening, that I'm not even gonna start. Okay, I'm not even gonna start. I think you get the point already. All right, it's bad. Basically, it's bad. All right. And you know, I'm not a really big religious person, but I'm really spiritual. Okay, I don't go around, you know, with a big sign, and I'm not on a corner, you know, with a Jesus Christ sign trying to condemn everybody to hell. That's just not me. I actually keep my spirituality private, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that's something personal that I shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't have to voice your spirituality to everybody on the block. You know what I mean? I think that's something that you should keep private to yourself. And if somebody asks you about it, then you can feel free to open up to them about what you believe in. That's just my take on it. And that's how I roll. Okay. But lately, as a spiritual person, man, I've been feeling like I'm about to literally transition. I mean, I could be in a grocery store shopping and I just feel like I'm not there. I don't know if you've been feeling the same feelings, but have you been feeling lately like, yo, I'm literally about to go into a different dimension in 1 second. Like, I'm about to leave here, okay? And sometimes it's so crazy because when you feel that way, don't you have to like get yourself back to thinking normal? Like, you try to force yourself to think normal thoughts. You know what I mean? It's like you try to remind yourself of all the normal things of normality, and you try to remind yourself of like memories and things that you've had in the past that with good people and stuff like that. It's like you got to do that because your mind is just drifting off into oblivion. You know what I mean? Comment below if you've been feeling like that lately, like you are about to just transition. You about to just vanish, okay? And that's why I know for a fact the rapture is happening very soon, because if you are a really spiritual person, you can feel it in your soul that you're here, but you're not here at the same time, okay? Or have you started to feel like you're very multi-dimensional? Like, have you been feeling like I'm everywhere at one time? You know what I mean? It's crazy because I was watching TikTok the other day, and I seen this girl on TikTok, this Caucasian, beautiful, lovely Caucasian blonde-headed girl. And, you know, I just pressed the video to see what she was about to talk about, and she was just like, y'all, I am so fed up. I am just tired. And I thought she was going to say something about dating or something, but she was like, I'm just so sick and tired of just being here on earth. Like, I'm ready to go home and be with the Lord. And I'm just like, wow. That was unexpected, but I feel where she's coming from. It's a lot of chosen ones. It's a lot of Christians and believers, spiritual people who are just getting fed up with everyday life, man, to the point it's not like you hate people or anything. You know what I mean? It's not like you hate your life or anything, or you're going crazy. It's just like you just know that there's something better for you than what you have been given here. And it feels like nobody's valuing you the way that they should, or the way that God values you. You know what I mean? And you're starting to notice that now. And now it's like, yo, if nobody's gonna treat me with respect and nobody's gonna value me, nobody's gonna be a loyal friend like the Lord has been loyal to me, and you know what? I'm better off just going back to heaven. I'm better off just going back to be with the Lord. And that's how a lot of believers are feeling right now. A lot of believers are just feeling like they want to be raptured, you know, and I don't blame them, because there have been times where I felt like that too. But let me let you in on a little secret, okay? Give this video a thumbs up, first of all, if it's starting to resonate with you, man. I want to see who is on the same vibration as me, okay? But I'm going to give you 3 signs that I had just recently, personally, that have signified to me that the rapture is coming very soon. All right, so first, I had this dream about I was flying. I was flying in my dream, and I didn't even have any wings. You know, I wasn't flying in an airplane. I was flying, like my human body was flying all around the air, and I could fly anywhere I want. And I remember people looking at me like, how does he do that? Okay, that was the first dream I had. The second dream I had a dream where it was this big long table. Everybody at the table was all my family members, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my pawpaw, everybody has passed away, was at this table. My cousins that still exist today, everybody was at this big, long table eating food, and I was the server. I was serving them food, and I was kind of like the leader of the whole banquet, okay? And so I didn't know what that dream meant, so I asked God to interpret it for me, and like a day after, I got the notion or the intuition by God, and he was like, Last Supper. That's all he said. I'm like, what the Last Supper? What you mean, like the 12 disciples? What are you referring to? So I didn't think about it, you know, for a while. And so it started to dawn on me what it really meant. He was basically saying the last days. It's the last time you're gonna eat. It's the Last Supper. There will come a time where you be caught up in the air. You will be able to see your pawpaw, your grandma. You will be able to see your relatives. You will be able to see people who you always wanted to see, but they have deceased and passed away and stuff like that. Last days, Last Supper. So God interpreted that dream. Glory be to God. So I had another, listen, keep going. I had another experience, right, where my computer had broke down. So I had to take it to a shop to get it fixed. So I went to this local shop in my neighborhood, and this woman was in there. And so as soon as I walked in the shop, this woman started talking to me. She just started connecting with me. Instantly, our spirits like intertwined and connected. Like, she started talking to me. I started talking to her about certain things. She asked me what I do. I told her what I do. She was like, wow, this, you know, this is not a normal connection. And I'm like, yeah, it's not. I mean, I rarely meet people that's like esoteric or spiritual, or people that like to talk about like the end of the world and stuff like that. You don't really run into people like us, because a lot of people are just bots. You know, a lot of people are just afraid to talk about deep truths, okay? And so me and her just went off one-on-one, back and forth in the computer shop for like a whole hour. It actually got to a point where I was like, dang, we should stop talking. So at the end of our conversation, you know, she started talking about, she was like, you know, that's only one thing I think is going to happen. I'm like, well, what's that? She's like, it's going to be a split. It's going to be a split. This world is going to separate from another world. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, it's going to be like a 3D, 5D split. Okay, we're going to be able to look back on that world and not be able and see people that's still left behind while we be in a whole new world. So I didn't really understand what she meant too much, but I kind of did at the same time. And so she was intriguing. And so I ended up taking her on a date. I was like, what you got to do tonight? She was like, nothing. Just work in this boring shop, fix computers. I was like, I want to take you out on a date since you fixing my computer for me and you giving me a discount and everything. And we had a great conversation for a whole hour. She was like, fine. So I took her out on a date and everything. Yeah, nothing really happened. Nothing. I didn't hit it off or anything like I thought I would. It was just a connection that I met that person because it was a connection, intellectually. And, you know, and she ended up going her separate way or whatever. So said all that to say that, you know, she mentioned the rapture. She mentioned, basically she was mentioning the rapture in the split that she was referring to, 3D, 5D split. But also, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, spill the beans. Yeah, Trend, Big Bro Trend, I'm still on the dating scene, so I'm human. Okay, I'm dating right now. So if you know anybody that's intellectual out there, that's on my vibration, y'all know what type of guy I am. I'm a natural dude. I don't like superficial, fugazi women at all. I don't like women that's following to the everyday trends and the BBLs type. I don't like fat, pretty girls. It's all self-centered. Okay, so if you know anybody, I don't date fans either, by the way, for the record. I don't date fans. Okay, I don't do fans. But if you know somebody who's single and you think that they can rock with me, tell them to send me an email, man. TrentusHenderson@gmail.com. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled programming. But y'all, seriously, the rapture is coming. I think it's gonna happen, man. And when it does happen, people are gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy, man. It's gonna be lightning. It's gonna be lightning strikes everywhere. I already seen it. It's gonna be lightning strikes everywhere happening. Well, just imagine 1 million lightning strikes going off every second. I mean, they did say that the devil fell from heaven in the form of a lightning strike, right? Right? Lucifer fell from heaven in the form of light, basically a lightning strike. God kicked them out of heaven that fast. It was like the lightning strike quickness. Okay. So can you imagine when he returns, what it's going to be like? Can you imagine when God returns, what it's going to be like? When he returns, man, it's going to be lightning everywhere. It's going to be hail falling from the sky. Man, the stars going to be shooting like back and forth. You talking about one shooting star. Just imagine 1 million of them just flying. Man, it's going to be chaos when God come back. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16, I believe. The word says that when the Son of Man returns, when God come back, he going to blow the trumpet, right? It's going to sound like an archangel. I don't know what that sound is supposed to be like, but it sounds like it's going to be really loud. And it sounds like it's going to be beautiful at the same time. And it's going to sound like it's going to be a disaster at the same time. It sounds like good and bad all mixed in one. And he going to blow the trumpet. And the dead is going to rise. The saints that's dead is going to rise, okay, from the graves. And they're going to be caught up in the air with God first. And then next after that, the chosen ones and the saints of children of the Most High that's still alive will be caught up in the air with God after that. So basically what seems like is going to happen is people are going to transition from their natural state of living to their spiritual being state. So it's like you're going to go from a human being to a ghost or a spirit. Okay. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16, I believe. Read it for yourself. Okay. So, you know, on that terrible day, because it will be a terrible day. And I think that's going to be the day that when the world goes crazy and people disappear, all hell going to break loose, man. It's going to be wars. People going to be bombing each other, man. It's going to be crazy. The devil, the demons are going to be coming out of people, running, scared, afraid. And the tribulation will start. And not only that, but the son of perdition will actually come about. You know what I mean? I know y'all remember Jesus saying the son of perdition. Now, if you don't know what perdition means the worst of the worst. The devil, basically. Son of perdition. You know what I mean? He's going to be a man that deceives everybody to believe that he's God. Because he's going to be that favorable. You feel me? I don't know who this man is, but he's going to be that likable. To where even if this happens, people are still going to believe in him and exalt him and believe that he can lead the way or something. He can get them out of this mess. Son of perdition. All right? This dude is completely lawless. Okay? He's not going to want to abide by. You can basically have free will. Not like God free will. But this going to be you can believe whatever you want to believe type of free will. Okay? This dude is going to be the most perverted dude ever. You can be able to be anything you want to be and it'd be cool. This is basically what the son of perdition is going to bring in, usher into the world after the tribulation starts. Okay? And so if you ask me, my opinion is when the tribulation does happen, like people do disappear. Say they do disappear. If that's how it's going to happen. Then that's when they're going to introduce the whole Project Blue Beam thing. You know, that's when they're going to say the aliens did it. The aliens abducted these people. That's why you see movies like Jonah and stuff like that surface in the web. That's why we've been programmed all our lives to believe that aliens are real. Aliens not real. Fallen angels are real. Okay? Because if they were really angels, okay, if these aliens were so-called good creatures, they would have been got out all these spaceships that everybody catching them on camera in, and came and knocked on your door and sat down at the table with you and broke bread with you and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and scrambled eggs with you. Everything. Drink tea with you and everything. If they was angels, right? What would there be afraid? What would there be to be afraid of if they were angels? These aliens or whoever they are not angels. They are fallen angels, and they are embarrassed to expose themselves because they don't have no more majesty. That's why the little pictures that you do see about aliens and stuff that be on the web, that's why the aliens got these big eyes and stuff like that, the grays or whatever you want to call them. That's why they look so dusty. They look run down, they wrinkled, skinny, they naked. You know why? Because I believe they were fallen angels who once upon a time they had all the anointing in the world. They was at God's right hand, okay? They lost it. They don't have it no more. They look dusty. You feel me? They look like $2 hookers on the block, scathing for $1 on OnlyFans or something. You know what I'm saying? Just treacherous. They ugly. Okay? And I think that they are here. And these spaceships and stuff that y'all see flying and people be catching on camera, I think that they really exist, but they don't want to expose themselves because they know that they're not really here to help. They are fallen angels, and they waiting on the time to destroy and to cause more chaos, okay? When the tribulation comes. I think that's when they're going to come out. And that's when, like I say, that's when they're going to say, it was the aliens that took these people away, y'all. That's the reason why they gone. Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. And then that's where everybody, all the sinners and stuff like that, that's when they're going to run in the ground to the bunkers and all this and that, all this stuff and whoop de whoop. But anyway, make a long story short, I just really think that the rapture is coming. I don't know when. Nobody knows the day nor the hour that the Lord shall return. But I'm just making this video not to scare you or anything, but I'm just letting you know that things are out of order. You know what I mean? Things are just so completely out of order. I'm not going to name what's going on, but y'all get it. All right? It's bad out here. And it could be a lot better if people just repent and turn back to God and become a believer and believe. You know what I mean? And this is the last thing I want to end it off with. See, you know what's happening right now is real, because you can't even come in contact with certain people no more. Like, you ever tried to befriend somebody or get in a relationship with somebody and you can't do it because their spirit just won't allow you to connect with them because they just toxic, or they just negative, they just hideous, they just violent or something like that? That's the spirit in them, folks. Everybody's not a child of the Most High God like yourself. Okay, everybody's not of the Lord. Some people cannot say Jesus Christ is Lord. If you ever want to know if somebody's really a child of the Most High, test them and ask them, say, do you believe that Jesus Christ is Lord? If they can't say yeah, they not of God. If they can't say Jesus Christ is Lord, they not of God. If they can't say Yahshua is Lord, okay, that's the real name, Yahshua, okay? If they can't say he is Lord, Elohim, they not of God, bro. If they brush you off, if they gaslight you, get away from them, okay? They not of or cut from the same cloth that you cut from, chosen one. All right. So I did say I had something very, very special for you if you stayed to the end of the video. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. It's your big brother Trend, man. I'm just a cool dude, man. I just like talk about stuff like this. That's why I want a woman like this, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody religious. So Christian people, I love y'all to death. But if you know all the scriptures in the world, that don't mean I want to date you. I know people gonna bash me out there for this video. Why is he doing this on his videos? But he's calling out for people. Like, nah, man, I'm just having fun today. It's a beautiful day today. But real talk though, y'all, like, lost information for the star seeds and the chosen ones. If you are a star seed or if you are a chosen one, I know I didn't put that link up that I told y'all I was gonna put up with that extra information in there that I can't talk about and discuss on YouTube. Get the link, click it, get it today. It's super cheap stuff. I made it super cheap because I want everybody to be able to get it. I put it together, okay, all the volumes of all this information that you have to have as a chosen one, as a star seed, it's gonna blow your mind, man. It's really good stuff. All right, you need to read it, man. Okay, if you're a person that still like to read like me, Bro, get this. Get this. Stimulate your brain. Stimulate your mind, Craig. Stimulate your mind, Craig. Not in that way, but make sure you get the lost information for the star seeds and the chosen ones below in the comment section. Also, if you want to book a session with me, you want to talk to me personally, one-on-one, I am a life coach. I do talk to people from all around the world. I've been doing it for the past 7 years. Okay, that's my predominant job outside of YouTube. Make sure you book a session with me. Get a session with your big bro Trend Genius today. I will be glad to talk to you about anything that you're going through, anything that's on your mind, anything you want to discuss. And I can't wait to talk to you, man. So the rapture is coming very soon. This is just my philosophy on what would happen. Comment below and let me know what you think what would happen. What you think would happen. Okay? Open discussion, man. Open book. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below if you want me to make another video about Project Bluebeam. All right? Just comment below if you want me to make another video about aliens, UFOs, Project Bluebeam, and all the science fiction type stuff. So with that being said, man, it's your big bro Trend. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace and blessings. Keep God #1 in your life, man. Peace.